All right, and I'm here with the newest Duquesne guard, Mike Bekelja. Mike, thanks for being here.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, live from quarantine. It's my first episode of my currently untitled Duquesne basketball podcast. But news of your commitment came out last week, and with quarantine, the COVID-19 going on, there's nothing else really going on. I wanted to thinking about starting a podcast. I figured no better place, no better person to start it with than you. So first of all, just how's your quarantine been, and yeah, how's it been going lately?
It's all right. Just trying to stay busy, stay in shape. I've been working out a lot and just doing schoolwork, and that's about all I can do.
I hear you. So that you were at ISA, right? You got just online class now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool. And then coming into Duquesne next year, you know, just committing. What's it been like the past week after committing? Just that feeling of knowing where you're gonna be.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great to have relief to know where you're going. I've been waiting on something like this for a while now, and it's just an awesome feeling.
Mm-hmm. And how tough of a decision was it? Was it something that the opportunity kind of presented itself, and you just kind of knew this is something you wanted to do?
Yeah, it was. Once Coach Dambrot offered me, it was pretty much like a no brainer. I not much of a better situation I could get out there.
How familiar? I know I'd read that obviously you'd visited Duquesne before with Sincere stuff like that. Um, how familiar are you with the coaching staff, the campus? Kind of bummer you couldn't have an official visit, but I think in your
Yeah.
case it probably didn't matter too much.
Yeah, I've already been around campus and been down to a bunch of games, and I've met with Coach Dambrot and the rest of the coaching staff already beforehand. So, I feel like I'm pretty familiar with it.
And then you said that or at least that I'd read that they were pretty involved in your recruitment during this past postgraduate year. How was this past year? And before you really get into how it went, if you just wanted to describe, like, it's a postgraduate place, like, I guess for people like me don't really know, what type of environment is it? What was it like spending the past year at ISA?
So, for the postgraduates at ISA, so you were given the option. All the rest of the kids stayed on campus in the dorming there, but personally had my own apartment in the city that the school was at. So I was on my own there, but they gave you the options. You could take the classes at the high school there at Andrews Osborne, but I just went ahead and took online college courses instead.
Okay, cool. Um, and then with the season and all that, what was it like preparation wise? What preparing you for the college level? What did you get out of it, and how did this last year do you on the court?
I think it was a great opportunity for me on and off the court, really. On the court, and it's just another year to develop your game and your body, and I got to focus on things like individually what I needed to get better at, and then off the court, I got to experience some college courses, so it was a great opportunity for me.
Looking back, you were originally committed to Fairmont State. What was this? You think looking back, this is the correct decision? You're happy where you're at now?
Yeah, I'm very happy with that, where I'm at now. I think it was a great decision.
Cool. So if you could just talk a little bit about your game, what you think you bring on the court, and what you're looking to bring for Duquesne in the next year.
So I'd say I bring a lot of competitiveness. I bring fire. I play really hard. I'm smart. I can make good decisions on and off the ball. I can shoot real well. I shot 42% from three on over 7 attempts a game. So I bring an all-around game, and I'm always going to work hard and do my best. So that's what I'm looking to bring to Duquesne.
Cool. What are your initial impressions for next year's team with things as they currently stand?
I think we have a chance to be really good. that whole team pretty much is back, and some players are coming back from injuries and stuff like that. So I think we have a chance to be real special.
It was definitely disappointing with how things ended this season. Was your personal season over, or was yours cut short as well?
No, we were already over, so
Okay.
mine didn't get that short. Yeah.
Yeah, it's disappointing with Duquesne and everything else, really. But I'm hoping, just like everyone else, that things clear up for the beginning of next year. So I don't know how things are gonna go, but hopefully you can get on the court when you should be. So
Yeah.
so spending a postgraduate year, I'm like unclear. Are you gonna have 3 or 4 years of eligibility remaining?
I'll have 4 years.
4. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I know Chad Baker just committed, and then got Jet Rosing and the other few guys that have already committed. How close are you with the guys that are also coming in now? Being that you probably already have a bit of a relationship with guys that have been on the team previously.
Yeah. I have a pretty good relationship with Chad now. We actually played each other during the season.
Okay.
And because he was at Spire on the Spire postgraduate team, and then me and Jet, we follow each other on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff now, so we talk occasionally.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I mean, coming to Duquesne, it's a pretty cool storyline. You playing again with Sincere. How excited are you to get back out there and be able to play with him again?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Not only is he's my brother, which is super cool itself, but he's a great player, and I think our games are going to complement each other real well. So that'll be exciting to see too.
At what point did you realize this might be a possibility, like something that you might be able to do?
So Coach Dambrot, he came up to one of my practices during the season, and I pretty much played like the best ball in my life that day. I was firing on all cylinders, and he was he was real happy for me. Whatever, could see how good I was, and then we just stayed in contact the whole time, and I was like, man, like I think he like actually really likes me and likes my game and stuff. So
that's awesome. So I guess what other things other than basketball are you looking forward to most coming back to Pittsburgh? I know you're from Western Pennsylvania originally.
Yeah.
How close were you to Pittsburgh, where you used to live?
I was probably like an hour or so away. I was in Hermitage, Pennsylvania, so
okay.
I don't know if you know where that's at, but yeah, it wasn't too far.
That's where Macy was from, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to Kennedy Catholic.
Okay, cool. But yeah, what sorts of things? I know you're probably pretty familiar with the city. What types of things are you looking forward to doing in Pittsburgh?
Well, since it's right downtown in the city, I think that's pretty cool. Always have something to do.
Absolutely.
I don't know, just being in the city. I've always wanted to be like in a big city type of area, so I feel like that's gonna be really cool for me. And then to have guys that I know and just be playing basketball, college basketball there. I think that's just gonna be really cool.
Right. What how excited are you for the new arena too? I don't know if I haven't heard too much news on that front, but I think it should be done by the time the season comes around, whenever that may be.
Yeah, hopefully that's done because I'm real excited about that. That's another aspect of like what made the situation so great. Having a new arena my freshman year, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. So yeah, I don't know what yeah, that's about all I got for as far as Duquesne related questions go. But thanks for joining me, and I hope your quarantine's all right. I know I'm missing sports a good amount for sure.
Yeah, I've been watching just old rerun highlights of players and stuff like that. That's all I got going on for me.
Who did you have winning the NBA this year?
Winning the championship,
yeah.
I had the Lakers. I'm not a big fan of the Lakers, but I think they were gonna pull it off.
Are you a LeBron fan?
I'm not a LeBron fan, but I respect greatness. I've learned to respect greatness. But I guess
you're pretty close to Cleveland, right?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to start becoming more of a LeBron fan.
Yeah, true. Now, yeah, for real. But
we might have to cut that. We might have to just say that I'm the biggest LeBron fan ever.
Yeah, no, I thought the Lakers were probably going to win it. I thought it was either them. It was one of the LA teams or the Bucks. In my mind, I mean, it could have. I would have loved. I mean, I guess we'll never know at this point. Hopefully, uh, man, personally, I just don't think. We're gonna. It's gonna be sports anytime soon. But
No.
hopefully, we can figure this out soon. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining me, man. Something cool to give Duquesne fans over this quarantine, and then something I've been wanting to do, and yeah. So congrats on committing, and appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you take it easy.
Yep, you too.